मेरे रूल्स कोई नहीं तोड़ सकता, मैं भी नहीं।
धूम मचा ले! We have all yelled these words as a child while trying to do a wheelie on our bicycle, or at least owned a Chinese toy mobile which erupted with this song as we pressed its keys. Dhoom was not just a motion picture for all those who have watched it as a child. It was a combo pack of cool bike stunts, gripping racing sequences, and most importantly, songs that influenced audiences ranging from toy makers to truck drivers. So, how did Dhoom change the landscape of the Bollywood industry and still impacts our lives? Let's find out. So, here's Fourth Cross Productions presenting Filmi Kitab, recherishing and reviewing the unforgettable charm of Dhoom. Let's talk a little bit about the background of the film. It was not just an unseen genre served fresh to the Indian audience, but also a surprise choice of the production company to choose and release this film. Yash Raj Films, known for films like Dil To Pagal Hai, Mujhse Dosti Karoge, and Dilwale Dulhania Le Jayenge, and which literally produced only romantic films till now, surprised the audience and the Indian filmmakers alike by going for a heavy budget action thriller piece. Although heavily influenced by the iconic Fast and Furious in terms of its ambience and look, the creators also wanted to originally include car sequences instead of the bike ones. On the other hand, the critics estimated that the film will be a major flop and won't be commercially successful, which of course proved to be the biggest fallacy when it went on to gross 72.6 crores in Indian rupees. Dhoom is also novel in its cast. Packed with new faces and celebrity kids, the film created a buzz as everyone was eager to watch children of industry icons like Amitabh Bachchan, Yash Chopra, and Dharmendra on screen together. Isha Deol and John Abraham created huge sensation in the media, while Abhishek Bachchan and Rimi Sen were critically appreciated. Uday Chopra was much appreciated for periodically bringing comic relief in contrast to the serious thriller tone of the film.
अरे चोर सामने बैठा रहता है और पुलिस कुछ नहीं करती। चिकट होते हैं यार साले, में ऐसे ही येड़े होते हैं, ऐसे ही येड़े होते हैं कि अब क्या बताऊं कैसे येड़े होते हैं।
Other actors with smaller screen time, like R.F. Chowdhury, had their initial big break and went on to become famous actors. The antagonist's character, Kabir, played by John Abraham, is also noteworthy for the creator's immoral approach. There are no desperate attempts to provide a backstory, justify its wrongdoings, or to make the protagonist and antagonist cross their paths in a love triangle. The audience doesn't feel sympathetic or enraged by Kabir, but is rather awed by his dashing presence, a certain quality that went missing in the sequels of Dhoom. It was also one of the few times in the history of Bollywood where the audience loved the antagonist more than the hero. There was close attention paid to the intricate details of the characters as well, like the bikes used in the film were personalized and based on the character's personality. Talking about the technical aspects of the film, the cinematography and editing cannot be ignored. The frequent close ups, fast tracking along the bikes, helicopter shots, and repetitive slow motion brought a stylish appeal to the film that was so visually engaging that it kept the audience on the edge of their seats. Though simply hopping on the footsteps of Hollywood hits, the gimmicks used by Nirav Shah in the cinematography certainly worked for the Indian audiences. The chase sequences were the crowd puller. Bikes squirming through traffic, cars falling off a cliff, and blue nitrogen gas blasting from the exhaust. Dhoom employed and crossed all the tricks that were in the book to allure a massive crowd. Using collage filming technique in the editing of the film was a risky and a tough decision to be taken by the editor Rameshwar S. Bhagat, but he managed to pull it off. Instead of showing repeated cuts chronologically, all the cuts are shown together as a collage in the film, giving it a twitchy and magnetic look. Now, let's look at the impact that the movie had on the audience. Good films impact the filmmaking industry, but very few films manage to have such a strong impact that its waves clash with the lives of the audience. It won't be an exaggeration to place Dhoom in such a category. The movie, which makes bike stunts look so easily done and glamorous, is undoubtedly bound to influence youngsters of this country. There was a spike in road accidents of two wheelers all over the country as youngsters tried to imitate the stunts performed in the film. The traffic police in Northeast even had this slogan, "Don't drive bike in Dhoom style," put up on roads to prevent such accidents. This film also popularized bikes like Suzuki Hayabusa used in the film, which became a common appearance on Indian roads. It also notoriously glorified theft, robbery, and heists, which motivated real life robbery, theft, and heists all over the country. In one such instance, three people tried to rob a museum in Delhi based on the plan shown in the film. While talking about the criticism part of the film, "All That Shines Is Not Gold" will be the perfect analogy for this film. It is eye catching in the first look, but a more patient review reveals the uncared creases, unstitched threads, and unwanted holes staring right back at the observer. The characters of the film are as wonderful in theft as the creators of the film. And the biggest legacy of this film, its title track, has a dark history of its own. Dhoom Machale is a fusion of two songs, Jesse Cook's Mario Takes a Walk and Egyptian singer Amr Diab's Entama Oldesh Le, as well as Shikdam, another very popular song of the film, has been copied from Turkish singer Tarkan's Sikdim. The creators also took a sexist approach as both the female leads are left with a poorly developed character and their major screen presence is felt only in dance numbers. The character's objective appears not to push the story forward but to increase the sex appeal of the film. The franchise of Dhoom kept expanding commercially with its sequels as the critical appreciation depreciated exponentially. The last sequel, Dhoom 3, is one of the lowest rated movies on IMDb by Yash Raj Films. Dhoom ripped the Hollywood story outfits, stuffed it with Indian romantic and comedy masala, and served it with a great cast. The quality of its content is arguable, but its legacy unquestionably stands as the cult for action and racing films of India.
Dhoom 1 was the original Money Heist, but on bikes. It was such a huge thing back then that anyone who used to ride a bicycle and used to bend down and speed up, the only thing that came to mind was.
Remember there was a construction site in the neighborhood, and all these kids, they would try to take their tiny cycles right up that tiny sand hill and perform wheelies and stoppies. These stunts itself, they became a rage because of the stunts that were performed in the film.
That movie was very different from any other movie because I don't remember any other movie doing that well. I think it has a lot to do with the cast and the songs of the movie.
At that time, I became a very big fan of John Abraham after watching that movie. It was really nice, and the star cast was very good, and the action that was done, it was entertaining.
Continuing, South Indian action films are no less and are absolutely good as well. Because some of the action movies of South India, like Bahubali and KGF, have made their own place in the history of Indian cinema. So, if you love watching action films, you could watch Avane Shriman Narayana by Rakshit Shetty. Rakshit Shetty is truly a visionary for the sandalwood industry. In 2019, he showed the true power of a mass movie that didn't solely rely on cheesy dialogues, villain-looking villains, horde of songs, and a larger-than-life protagonist. The main power of this film is its technicalities. Though a bit long at 174 minutes, the movie is a fun action ride with some of the slickest and well choreographed action sequences. This Kannada movie is well worth a shot for those who want a masala that has a great execution. Do leave a comment below and tell us what Dhoom means to you. And don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to our channel, Fourth Cross Productions. You can also check out our Instagram handle, Fourth Cross Productions.